Namo Ratnatraya, dear Dharma friends. Rajendra Bajracharya, myself, presenting you on behalf of Vajrayana Federation, Nepal. Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk. Today's episode, I want to start in Dharma with cause or causation and independent. We know that Buddhism is very scientific, and there is a cause and effect. Because of cause and effect, the process of born, death, the cycle that is called the wheel of life. And because of sufferings, because of desire, the process of wheel of life is emerged. It is the cause and effect. So there are causes for all sufferings, and there is a way by which they may be ended. Because everything in the world is the result of a past occurrence of causes and conditions. We know that everything disappears as these causes and conditions change and pass away. Rain falls, wind blows, plants bloom, leaves mature and are blown away. These phenomena are all interrelated with causes and conditions are brought about by them and disappear as the causes and conditions changes. In the same way, the human beings also, the living creatures order, reptiles, birds, animals and human beings, all are in the same process. One is born through the condition of parentage. His body is nourished by food. His spirit is nurtured by teaching and experiences. Therefore, both flesh and spirit are related to conditions and are changed as condition changes. As a net is made up by a series of ties, so everything in this world is connected by a series of ties. It means one happens because of its cause and causation of the previous one. If anyone thinks that the mesh of a net is an independent, isolated thing, he is mistaken. Rebirth without any cause and causation is impossible. It is called a net because it is made of a series of connected meshes. In the same way, the rebirth connection is happen due to his interest, desire. Because of desire and interest, he or she have to acquire any things, either to help others or to get with desire and desirable interest. So it takes his or her rebirth again. So to have like these cycles, the official karma, if we are reborn again, our body is rebirth with sins, bad manners, or bad karmas. It is fully the birth time, the period of his livingness became the sufferings. So one depends to another. It is called the dependent origination. To originate, to rebirth, it is dependent to the sins, bad karmas, desires, ignorance, like this. Where then is the source of human grief, lamentation, pain, and agony? Is it not a to be found in that fact that people are generally ignorant and willful? Because of ignorant and willful, they cling obstinately to lives of wealth or honor, comfort and pleasure, excitement and egoism, ignorant of the fact that the desire for these very things is the source of human sufferings. From its beginning, the world has been filled with a succession of calamities over and above the unavoidable facts of illness, old age, and death. But if one carefully considers all the facts, one must be convinced that at the basis of all suffering lies the principle of craving desire. The person who have the craving or the desires very more, or he or she have most things. If he or she wants more and more things, this is the more and more craving of desires. If abyss can be removed, human suffering will come to an end. Greed is manifested in ignorance and false invention that fill the human mind. Ignorance, false invention raised from the facts that men are unaware of the true reason for the succession of things. From ignorance and false invention, there spring impure desire for things that are in fact unobtainable, but for which men restlessly and blindly search. Because of false invention and ignorance, people imagine discrimination everywhere. In reality, there are no discrimination. Inherently, there is no discrimination of right and wrong in human behavior. But people, because of ignorance, imagine such distinction and judge them as the right or wrong. Because of their ignorance, people are always thinking wrong thoughts. They walk on the wrong path and always losing the right viewpoint. They forgotten to go on the right path. Clinging to their ego, they take wrong actions. As a result, they grasp and become attached to a whole body of delusions, making their deeds the field for their ego, using the working of discriminations of the mind and seed, beclouding the mind of ignorance, fertilizing it with the rain of craving desires, irrigating it by the willfulness of an ego. They add the conception of evil and carry this incarnation of delusion about with them. In reality, the body of delusion is their own mind, and therefore It is their own mind that causes the delusion of grief and lamentation, pain and agony. This whole world of delusion is nothing but the shadow caused by this mind. And it is also from this same mind that the world of enlightenment also appears. In this way, when we thought everything should have to acquire by myself, this is my wrong vision. To have oneself only is also the wrong vision. When I am interested with the things to acquire, then some other persons, they will lose when I acquire that. So this makes one dependent to another. So it is called the causation and interdependent. The wheel of life is dependent upon the calm, krodh, lobh, moha, iricha, greediness, like this, egoism. All it makes the people, the living beings, forced to revert for this, for to have the sufferings, to punish because of their ignorance or the grasping the what they do not have to take it. In this way, we know that it should be aware, and if we get rid of from that delusion, ignorance, greediness, everything, then we can walk on the path to the enlightenment. So this is the causation and the independent view of Buddhism. Thank you very much, my Dhamma friends and followers. Please listen carefully these words. But my English is very broken. I don't know I could convey you or not. Anyway, I am trying my best. Thank you very much.